Should probably put myself on stage here. Effing up, all right. Yeah. Okay, that works out better. I like that way better. Way better. All right. It's too loud as hell. Easy. Take a sip of that potion. Maybe a nice one. Maybe a nice one. Yeah, buddy. Order. All right, make sure my level's tight. Everything tight. Sounds straight. Them sounds one more time. One more time. And make sure you hit that subscribe button one time on families. Make sure you hit that like button right on time on equal families. Let's see. Okay, all right. So that's, make sure that's what's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, there we go. All right, we should be good on that. I'll get rid of that. I don't need this. I'll get rid of this though. Definitely get rid of that. All right, let's get rid of this. Yeah. All right. So that works. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, should I keep this? Well, because I can hear it. That's what sucks. Wish there's a way that I could play it and everybody can hear it. Wait, if I click on this, what will it do? Nothing. Okay. So, all right, that does nothing. That does not help. Okay. Let's see. That does not help either. What is wrong with this thing? Let me get that. Okay. So let's say set here. Think I'll do. If I drag it, what will happen if I drag it? Hey, what's up? Neferpitu. Alright. Oh, it's from Hunter. Yeah, honestly, what is it, a girl or is it a dude? I don't know. I'm still waiting on that verdict, man. You know, inquiring minds want to know. You know, what is Neferpitu? What is Pitu? I don't know. They, them. Is it? Does anime do that? I don't think anime does that. Yeah, I think that's some new stuff, right? I don't think anime was like privy to that. They, them, are they, you know what I mean? I don't think anime's, maybe new anime right now that's being made is doing it, but I don't think anime at that time was doing it. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I do not remember they, them ever in anime. Yeah, so yeah. Sham in the building, man. Big shout outs to Sham, man. I really appreciate it. I ain't got no playable shit for you guys. That's you know that's the Sasuke thing. You know, I don't have an intro for y'all to come in. You know, special sounds. You and the things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any that hooked up. I gotta leave. There you go. All right. I I can play some regular shit. Oh shit! I ain't got no special type of music. I bang the gavel. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Special shouts to Shab, man. I put up on him earlier. He's doing his ting, you know. He's doing his ting there, you know. But welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, man. I know it's early. Get everybody, you know. I know there's a lot of people eating right now too. But I'll be here for a minute, a little fat minute. You know, I think it's a girl to me. Okay, yeah. See, I can feel you on that. You know, I see a girl. Yeah, it's just one of those. I see a girl. I mean, both voice actors, like right, you know, both in the English dub and the Japanese sub. Like, bro, it seemed like a girl. Like, you know, I don't know. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, well, if she's girl voice actor, that means they're a girl, because you know, like Naruto ain't no girl clearly, and his voice actor is a girl, you know. So I know that. I know there's like girls who do voice acting for dudes, you know, Timmy Turner, shit like that. I'm privy to that, but when I mean like, it looks like a girl too, right? Like right, like I don't like Haku is very like when you first see Haku looks like a female, right? He's in a dress, and you know what I mean. You don't even think he's a ninja, right? He looks like he's a forager, a gatherer, like, you know what I mean, a female, right? Like she's out there cleaning clothes, picking berries and stuff, right? You know, you don't even look like a lethal killer. You know, still, even when he got dressed up, he didn't look like a lethal killer. It still looked like a woman, you know. So it's just certain characters that even back then they didn't say. You know what I mean? Like they made it clear Haku was a boy. You know what I mean? Like they make it clear. Like they say it. You know what I mean? He, you know, him. You know what I'm saying? They make it clear. You know. But it just the design is kind of wild. But Orochimaru, and that show, Orochimaru was doing a lot of stuff too. He was taking bodies. He was taking a woman's body. He took over a lot of people's bodies. So you know he was doing some of that stuff too. So. You know, it's not like unfamiliar in that show, you know, but Hunter x Hunter, I feel like, yeah, like P2 look like a girl. I don't know. They act like a girl. They're like protective, overprotective, like a mother, like nurturing and very, you know what I mean? Like nurturing in a way, especially to the Ant King, the Chimera Ant King. So I don't know. She's loyal to the soil. I'll say that. So I don't know, like, I know people get offended. Oh, you're saying it's not P2's them and they, and it's like, bro, like, since when? Like, what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, what is it? What is it, man? Like, I don't. It anyway. Like, it's an animal. Like, it's not even like a human. So I don't know. Who do you classify that? I don't know. Like Beasters. Like you ever watch Beasters? Like that's kind of weird too. Like Beasters got that like what do you call it? But no, they make it clear in Beasters like which male and female though. I will say that. Like that rabbit is definitely a female, you know what I mean? And the wolf or whatever is definitely a male. So I mean they even put the little, you know, they put the proper colors sometimes. So I guess, you know, but, yeah. It's weird though. It's weird. I made P2 CAC and Xeverse 2 because of your video. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, I remember that. It was a while back. Oh shit. Yeah, because we got the Korin, fucking accessory. So that's why I did that. And I was like, oh man, it looks better as a female. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I made it a male and I hated it. You know what I mean? I just did not like it. So I was like, nah, it looks way better as a female. So boom. Appreciate it though. It's kind of why I do it, man. So people can get out there, share the outfits, have fun, do what the game's meant for, you know? I just got done with a video, so I was like, man, forget it. Let's do a stream, man. It's been a topic I've been talking about for a couple of weeks. I've been really digging that because it's like what's rewatchable nowadays. You know, I feel like a lot of it. Super is just it's just so terrible. Like right, it's so terrible, man. And I don't enjoy watching it. I really don't. Like I skipped a lot of it, and I to do this like live. I went back, of course, watched a hefty amount of stuff. You know, do the old Tekken 101 research, right? I did my own death battle research, True Attack, right? I did that type of research, skimmed it over, you know. Yeah, I skimmed it, but I don't know. Like it comes to where it's like, oh, you know what's more popular, right? But at the same time, I feel like Naruto is just a better show than Super. At least both, like Naruto and Shippuden. But I'm only gonna include Shippuden, the second entries, right? I'm only gonna include Shippuden versus the Dragon Ball Super, right? I'm not talking about games. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not like putting all that into it. Just more manga based and animation, you know, TV show based. Just keep it those, you know? Because I know, like, oh, well, the games, well, we all know Xenoverse is far superior than anything Naruto's putting out. You know, everyone knows that. But you know, it's just I don't want to include those type of things. You know, rather just the shows, like the show. You know, so that's what I kind of want to do today. Just talk about why I think it's just a better show. You know. There's a lot of things though that I don't like about it. There's a lot of things I do like about it. No, I'm sorry. But there's a lot of things I do like about it. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. Both series. We're gonna get into that as well. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me put a cap on this so it don't spill. Oh shit. All right. Now, as far as this storytelling, right? When you look at like Dragon Ball Super, let's just go to Super, for instance, right? The storytelling is very I don't know. I don't really care for Dragon Ball Super story, like in a way. I don't care about battling gods, and I know that whole what else are they gonna do, right? You know what I mean? What else are they gonna do? They could have did other stuff. They really could have. But I don't know. Like I guess that's the only way. Like, you know what I mean? You got to keep going for Super is to be fighting deities and stuff like that. I just feel like it kind of lost its luster. Like, but also Shippuden kind of lost its luster too. Like, because I used to like Naruto simply because it was like a show with ninjas. You know. They had a little bit of jutsu to help them. They still use tools. You know, back when a kunai would actually kill you. Like, like back when you threw something, like it would land or it would do something. And then it's like now they're all flying. You know, they know all the natures. They're just teleportation. They're shooting giant tail beast bombs from their hands. They can just touch you once and then you just drain all your power. It gets to like, oh man, I can't stand some of this stuff. That's why both of them, I feel like, both of them have their flaws when it comes to the story, you know. And I'm like, you write yourself into a hole, or what are you doing with this writing? You know, at the same time, you know, I honestly do like Naruto's story and the way they structure their characters. You know, they let everybody shine. And just give enough shine to everybody to where you get invested in at least a character or two. You know, some like you talking to people about Naruto, right? And I'll be asking them, like, who's your favorite character? And it's always like surprising. You would think it'd be the top guys, like, oh, well, you know, Sasuke, like, well, you know, Itachi, bro. Like, you know, I get that sometimes, but most of the time it's different characters. Like, you get somebody, oh, Choji, and I'm like, what Choji? You know what I mean? Like, what? Oh, dude, you already know Datara, and I'm like, Datara, like, right? Where is this coming from? Oh, Conan, the paper girl, you know, Conan. I'm like, wow, man. Like, you know, I went to a Comic-Con and I was asking a couple of people too, like, you know, what is, you know, I see some Naruto people, you know, like they dressed up. I'm like, what is it about the show I'm like, who's your favorite character? And the person they were dressed as wasn't even their favorite character. That's what was blowing me. Like, I was like, whoa, wow. like I was like, you got a whole full on suit here. You know, this stuff took time. You painted your face, like you did this whole thing. He's dressed as Kankuro, but that wasn't even his favorite character. And I was like, bro, you took the time to do this, bro. Like, you got this thing on your back, like, right, you know what I mean? You taped it to you, like you're a full blown Kankuro outfit. And he's sitting there, like, I'm like, yo, so who's your favorite character? Oh, in Naruto, yeah. Oh, easily. And it's like Itachi, and I'm like, bro, what? like, yeah. Why didn't you come here as Itachi then? Right? It was just wild. Like, you know, I'm like, you dressed as Kankuro. Like, oh yeah, I love Kankuro. Yeah, Kankuro's amazing. And then he's doing this pose and shit, showing me, you know, he had the whole markings on his face, like the face paint. I was just like, wow, man, like, damn. But it goes to show you, man, like, there's a huge diverse, different, vast characters that you can like without even touching the main. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people like Hinata. I know a lot of people enjoy Sai, and I'm like, really? Like, you like Sai? Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, it's just, I like, my favorite characters are Kimumaru and Jiraiya. Those are my two favorite characters. So I'm like, you know what I mean? They're both dead, yeah. But those are my two favorite characters. So I get it when everybody's got something different and unique when you think about it like that. But you ask the same thing when it comes to Dragon Ball Super. I'm like, yeah, who's your favorite character? I get the same thing every fucking time. Hit. Goku Black, hit. Goku Black, hit. Goku Black. Goku Black, hit. Goku Black and hit. Like, right? Like, that's it. Because it's like, that's all you care about on the show. Like, unless you are already invested, like, see, for me, my all-time favorite character is Piccolo. You know? I don't really care how he's portrayed in Super. Because I don't really, it's not, I don't care. Like, right? Like, yeah, I always like Piccolo. I always gravitated towards Piccolo. He's always my favorite. But it's one of those where, like, well, when I watch Super, I don't really care about Piccolo. I care more about Hit. Like I get, you know what I mean? It kind of makes you care about other characters, which is cool. I give that to Super. Like, I feel like that's it though. Any other person is bland. And I can give you argument, like, the characters in there are so, like, even for Naruto, it'd be one-offs, maybe a couple episodes, or you never see or hear from them again. Or hell, there's some characters that people love still to this day, and they've only had a scene. Like, maybe not even a scene, just like a panel shot. You know what I mean? Like, you get a little screenshot with some, you know what I mean, shit. Or a little flashback, and they're like, that's my favorite character. A flash? Like, Shisui, to be honest. I get people right now who could be like, who's your favorite character in Naruto? Shisui? Like, what? Like, bro, that dude got no screen time. Like, they have to fabricate his powers and abilities. Like, you're right. Really? Shisui? Damn. Like, the Koto Matsu, he didn't even get to use that. Like, right? Like, he never mastered. He didn't get to use that shit, bro. Like, those eyes were taken. You know, he didn't get to do nothing with that. It's like, yeah, but that's their favorite character. Hell, you get people like Obito. I'm like, oh, okay, adult Obito. No, kid Obito. I'm like, wait, kid Obito is your? He got slammed with a rock. Like, he was thought to be dead. That's my favorite character. I'm like, that, what, really? Kid Obito? Like, that's not adult? You know, adult was a simp. You know, I guess, whatever. But, you know, Kakashi is always a popular. You know, you got your popular ones, you know, regular ones. But it'd be surprising me. You get Gaara's too. You know, I love Gaara. Gaara was one of my favorites. I'm like, wow, man. Raikage, bro. The Raikage is the best in the show. You know what I mean? I like the Raikage too. Like, I ain't gonna lie. The Stone Village. Oh, not Stone Village. I'm sorry. The Cloud Village is cool. But I feel like when it comes to Shippuden, the diverse amounts of characters, they really got it spot on. Like, they have you invested in characters that's like, that you shouldn't. Like, you know, like any Shutsu, like the Shutsukages, like, you know, you got Inoki, but then you got the other one, Mew, who can, like, you know, split himself into two people. He can, you know, make himself disappear, bro. Like he can do dust release. Like, it makes you like, wow, bro. Like, you fuck with the 7 Mist Swordsmen. There was so much to really dive in. And then you got people even still to this day, which kills me. Who's your favorite 7 Mist Swordsman? Oh, Mangetsu. Man, Getsu had no screen time. There's he had no. He had no screen time, bro. I think he's a panel shot. If I'm not mistaken, he was always a panel shot. Like, it was a cold panel shot. Don't get me wrong. He's like liquid form, and he just like killed a couple dudes. All right, but it was always like, bro, man, Suigetsu's out there, right? You don't like Suigetsu? Hell no. Like, I like his brother, who you never seen or heard of. That's just how it be with Naruto. That's how in depth the characters you be. One panel shot can get you, and I don't get that from Super, man. Like, again, there's only 2 characters that I can argue with somebody that I feel like are highlighted to where it's like it makes the show, and that's Hit and Goku Black. Like, Beerus don't do shit for the show. Beerus to me is like Kaguya, like overpowered, overmaxed, just like low key. You could tell is like gonna get eclipsed by them. It's coming, and he can sense it, but he can't do shit about it. Like, it's just weird. It's just a weird thing. Like, I don't know how they build Beerus. Like, he's not even menacing. It's just terrible. I don't like it. It was cool they added in more characters, but the Battle of the Gods and all this stuff. But it was just like Super just not grabbing me when it comes to the characters and just the story even itself. Like, I know Dragon Ball is meant for like fighting, so it's like, what else are you gonna do? How are you gonna get these people to fight? And that would be a tournament. We all know that tournaments get characters to fight. I get that. But I'm like, when you look at the show, like, no one, like, everyone's domesticated. There's nothing happening. And then here comes Beerus. Right? And then, like, it kicks off from there. Then they have some like sparring shit, exhibition, like him and Champa rivalry. They have that, and it's just like, all right, but that's like a pseudo fight. It's not even real like that. When it's no stakes worthy. It's just 2 egos coming at each other. Their best pupils fighting each other. Like, like my team could beat your team. Ultimate Fighter type shit. That's what it felt like. It felt like the Ultimate Fighter. If you guys ever seen that, and it was like, all right, well, you got some Ultimate Fighter shit going. That goes, and then now we having some like Tournament of Power, right? And you would think, well, all these universes, I like the premise. Don't get me wrong. That was kind of good premise. Like, it's going all the way around. It ain't nothing like the Dark Tournament, shit like that, or the Hunter Games, things like that. But it's like the tournaments here were pretty cool because you had everybody from the universe, all the universes that sucked and that had like low morality and shit were up for the chopping block to get erased. I did like that concept. And then some did get erased, but they all brought it back like it was nothing. Like, it was absolutely meant for nothing, man. I feel like they should have just kept them wiped. Like, you're not even going to do nothing with them anyway. Where's Ribrianne ever in the equation? If we're just going to go back, like, if all this stuff is just filler gap, right? If this stuff is just stuff in between what happens with Goku and stuff, like, I hear like Super is just like 5 years later or some shit like that, or the Broly movie like a year later, you know what I mean? It's like, if this stuff canonically is just going to be a couple years out, and it's not going to, it's like filler stuff. What's happening in between to where the high stakes stuff happens, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. Versus Naruto, like, you could kind of see he was telling the story as it goes. Like, how am I going to end this stuff? Like, what am I going to do with this? Like, you know what I mean? It just, I don't know. He said, Sham said, that's what made the Tournament of Power pointless. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all did this whole big old tournament, had all, like, every last one of these unique fighters fighting, right? And don't get me wrong, there were unique fighters, but like how I was describing with Naruto, it wasn't the same when it came to Super. Like, none of the characters really grabbed me like that. You had it, and to be honest, you had some heavy hitters that should have grabbed you. You had all damn near an all robot type universe that formed like Voltron, right? Ani Laza or whatever. Then you had another universe that did nothing but love, Ribrianne, they could transform and all that whole nine. Then you had the other ones that one of the combatants can go invisible. It was like a chameleon one, fighting Gohan and shit. Then the other one was super small, super tiny, so it looked invisible. It was like a tiny bug, but it can still lift, like a regular ant. It was a play off an ant, because ants can lift like 50 times their own body weight, right? Like ants are little tiny things are enormous, right? So they added that a little bit. There were other Namekians, they're like bluish, like turquoisey Namekians from Universe 6. You had your Broly females, female Saiyans and stuff like that. They had a little bit of unique stuff, but nothing to me that was just like significant to where I cared as much. Like Frost is a nothing burger. Frost was so trash that they just kept going back to Frieza. Like, I don't even understand, like, what was the introduction of Frost to show that there's more Frieza race characters, but this guy's a good guy? Like, he's, you know what I mean? Like, it was just weird as hell. It's like, technically, Frieza's being a good guy. He's saving the fucking universe by participating in here. Y'all brung him out of hell to have him participate. So, technically, he is a good guy. So, it was just, I don't know. Why bring in another Frieza race character? It'll be the equivalent, honestly, of seeing another Uchiha, like, right, an American Uchiha or some shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Naruto's set in like Japan. So imagine if they just went out west and found a Uchiha, like, right? And you're just like, bro, what's going on here? Just, I don't know, insane, weird writing and character development is just, it runs rampant in Super. It gets you super uninterested. He said Dragon Ball has become so predictable. We knew that Universe 7 was gonna win. You know what I mean? No stakes, really. And of course, like, I feel like even some of the rules were dumb. Like, you have basic rules in the regular tournament in Dragon Ball. You can't kill each other and no weapons, right? Like, that was just two things you couldn't do in regular tournament, and that was on Earth. We're talking about the whole known universe. And then what were the rules? Well, yeah, you can't kill each other. Okay. Yeah, they didn't say no weapons, which I find very funny. So you could use weapons. We just didn't really see weapons, right? So that is like implied. Oh, you can't use weapons, right? But then the number one kicker was they can't fly, which I thought was the most brain dead, stupid shit in the world. Sorry. My apologies. But I just felt like, okay, these two Zenos were watching Goku do his thing, flying back and forth, going nuts, fighting hit. It just, going 10 times, Kaioken and all this stuff, like flying through the air, zipping and zapping. Oh, Goku's crazy. He's amazing, right? They're doing all that. They're seeing it and they love it. And then you get a tournament to where they can't fly. So they can't even see that sweet action. I don't know how they pull it off. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. They start flying later. I'll tell you that. Like, when Jiren came in the picture, now all of a sudden we can fly. Like, right? It was just, I don't know. Jiren to me was a big nothing burger. You can't use Broly. Right? This is why I'm like, why couldn't they use Broly? Because the movie ain't happening. Like, I think didn't Super come and then the Super movie came? So I think Broly, like, I don't know how the order is. Couldn't use Majin Buu because he was sleeping, right? So you use Roshi. Roshi hasn't been relevant since Dragon Ball. Not even in Z, just Dragon Ball. Like, it's just like I don't get it, man. And I know you could need, well, Naruto, they're using Hashirama, they're using Madara, and I'm like, yeah, they did do that. They did use the previous Kages, but they did that also in the first Naruto. It's not like it's some super surprise where, you know what I mean? Like, they've done this before. Like, he resurrected the first and second Hokage in Naruto, used them to kill the third Hokage. So we've seen this stuff happen before, right? So that I'm just like, you know, I get that. We've seen that happen before. So that kind of to me makes sense that they would bring a supernatural power like that back, one of those forbidden jutsus, and amp it up even more. I mean, somebody's got to perfect it, right? You need dead people coming everywhere, like, right? Like, dead people going out the grave, on the ground. They had them all. They had them all. So as long as the Dragon Ball exists, nobody is gonna die. There's no real consequences. Yeah. Then you got Super Dragon Balls that can just bring everybody back, like, right? Like, he used the Super Dragon Balls to bring every universe except the ones that Zeno, like, no one gave a fuck about because remember, there used to be 18 universes, right? They said it. There used to be like 18. Then he dropped it down to 12. So it's like, all right, forget the other 6, right? Don't bring those guys back for even more competition. You would think, oh man, Super Dragon Balls, I want to bring all the universes back before he destroyed them. I want to fight those guys, you know? Get more people for Goku and Gohan to fight, or Vegeta, you know, whatever, pick your poison. Gohan really ain't with it, you know. Nah, Gohan's mid. I just don't see it anymore, man. The aura, the sauce, everything is so whack in these characters. So whack. But as far as like story, man, I don't know. I kind of gravitate more towards a Naruto and their story, the way they tell it. Sometimes their pacing is a little bit of, I hate it when a show has to explain something to you like you're stupid. And Naruto kind of does that. Like, like in a way, they'll tell you the dude's jutsu, how it works, damn near what you can do to counter it. It's just like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm like, bro, he's doing electricity, so use rubber or some shit. Like, right, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know, like, he's using water. He's using fire. Use water, right? Like, right. We know this stuff, but they'll get to explaining it in some flashback, and it's just like sometimes it's too much. Or the flashbacks be half the episode, you know. Or they'll just completely forget they had the jutsu, or they knew they fought a water guy before, and so he doesn't know what to do, so he's getting trounced. It's crazy. But I still think, you know, Naruto's a better show, even despite that. And don't forget the ones that Granola found in the manga. Yeah, the little tiny ones. You know, he had tiny Celian or whatever they were, Dragon Balls. And the dragon was even weirder. The dragon was even weirder. I don't know what's going on with this shit. Prison arcs. We got prison arcs. The manga is kind of close when it comes to Super. There's like slightly different things. Like Beerus actually fought, which I felt was very clean. Like, right, watching all the god instructions go at each other, well, mainly at Beerus. I felt like that was clean. But then in the anime, you see 3 gods play fighting, you know, and the ones that had the highest morality that don't even have to participate, they were the ones that were fighting each other. It was just like, it was play fighting. Like, all right, that's not even, I don't know. Why even animate that? That wasn't hard. Like, that wasn't good at all. Like, I'm not looking at that like, damn, that was crazy. Like, I don't care. Like, but I'd rather watch Naruto, flip a panel on the page, and you see a Gokage summit with some of the rawest characters ever in the show, all sitting around talking to each other. Like, that to me is just like that. I like that. Even though they're not even fighting, I'm like, damn, man, you got the first Hokage sitting here, you got the second Hokage sitting here, right? And then they had another summit where you had the fourth Raikage. You know, Naruto was supposed to be there. Oh, no, at the time he wasn't in power. But Gaara, right? I think Gaara was in power, right? Yeah, Gaara was in power. fucking you had the May was in power, like, you know what I mean? It was a whole Gokage summit. They all had a meeting, a team meeting, and then dude crashes the meeting. Sasuke crashes the meeting and then starts fighting everybody, and then, you know, Raikage goes armless. So like, right, it just, you just get to see so much when it comes to their stuff versus when it comes to Super. Now I know people are like, well, the budget and, you know, the timing, and I get that. I understand that. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is just the show purely, entirely. It has to be out there. It's good for ridicule and judgment. It's out there. You know, I don't say these things to just knock voice actors and all that shit. Like, people like to put that caveat in there, like, you're talking down on the show, so you're talking down on the people who made it. And it's just like, no, I'm not talking down on the people who made it. I'm talking down on the stuff about the show. So, oh, they made the show. It's like, come on, man. Like, yeah, you can't critique this stuff because Holmes died, right? Well, he's not here to, like, he would correct it anyway. It's already out. So there's nothing you can do, like, you know. But I don't know. I find myself not caring about Dragon Ball, like, anymore in any capacity. Like, I just get so uninterested. I feel like, I don't know, like, I had the great feeling about it and I loved it as a kid. I tried to keep it in my teens, you know, rocking, you know, socks, shoes, shirt, you know what I mean? Doing that, having hats, posters on your wall, Funko Pops, you know what I mean? Well, back then, just little statues and figurines and shit. And, but I don't know, it's like, you just grow up out of it. And I feel like I can relate way more with, like, a Naruto, in a sense, even in my older age. Like, I could sit down and watch Naruto and actually enjoy it, the background music, the stuff, you know what I mean? And Super, I don't. There's no good background music. And again, I'm not talking about Z. Z is my favorite shit, but I'm not talking about Z. I'm talking about Super. There's no good Bruce Faulkner background music, right? There's no, you know, doom, doom, do, do. Like, there's none of that. There's just, you know, doom, 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 doom. Like, there's shit like that that's going on in Super. Like, upbeat and, you know what I mean, pop, dance FM. Like, right? Like, it's just like, we got your local pop music. Like, it's just like, like, it don't even have that grit anymore. You could play Z and watch Goku hit a stance staring at Cell, and then Cell's music just playing in the background. You know what I mean? For like 2 minutes, and you're like, fuck, they haven't even moved. And it sets the tone, man. Z is something different. I'm talking about Super. Super is Fox Kids. It really does feel like a Fox Kids Saturday morning cartoon show. It feels rushed. The animation feels rushed. That's why they're going back doing touch-ups. How rushed it was. I'm not even watching the Moral arc when it comes out. Yeah, I don't consume nothing Super related. I don't care about it whatsoever. And the stuff that is cool, I give it that. Like, they have superheroes, which I have no issues with. I used to back in the day. You have many streams of me ripping on that shit, talking hella shit on that. But I just didn't watch the show. I didn't consume anything Dragon Ball superheroes. Now that I've seen it, I watched pretty much the whole damn shit to do research. I binged that shit 6 hours worth of Dragon Ball superheroes. Okay, I watched 6 fucking hours worth. And I'm like, you know, it's honestly pretty okay. It was way straighter than Dragon Ball Super. It had Hit in it. It had Broly. Everyone's doing weird stuff, transformations. It's going. I know it's like a card simulator game type deal in order to sell merch and shit, but like, that to me was way more superior than regular Dragon Ball Super. You know? It just, I don't know. I just feel like Super's direction is just terrible. There's nothing hanging on it. These guys will soak up anything when it comes to it. Soak up anything. And I know these are top 2 influential big 3 type. Well, you can't even count Dragon Ball as big 3. I don't even do that. But I know they're like influential and all that good stuff. I just look at Super completely different. Like I always say it, like what's good about Super? Hit and the theme song. Yeah, that was about it. Hitting the theme song. That was good about Super. I ain't care about shit else. Insane. But I didn't care about shit else. Z had you locked in compared to Super. Oh yeah. And that's the thing. Like Super don't have me locked in, don't have me invested. I don't care. Then I'm not even going to talk about Daima because that's, again, this is completely different stuff. We'll keep it straight up on Super. But it's like the series is just tanking. Like you got something so great with Z. And it's like, can we expound on that? And I know it's going to be hard because it stopped in 1996. And then you guys try to pick it back up in the late 2000s. You know? And most of the times, often, the sequel sucks. And most of the time, films, like albums, whatever. Most often, the sequel is terrible. You know? So when they first announced it, I'm like, ugh, it's coming back. It didn't help it. That's my thing about sequels. It should have helped. It should have been great. It should have did wonders for the series, but it didn't. It kind of hurt it in a way to me. It made it softer, made it stupider, made it. This is what y'all are growing up on, and we grew up on Z. You know what I'm saying? Like it just like, and y'all growing up on Super. And I feel like when it comes to Naruto, it actually improved. Like Naruto was so dope. And then you got Shippuden, which just amped it up. Towards the end, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, we got moon people. Like, these niggas ain't even ninjas no more. You know? That's why I watch Bleach and I'm like, I thought this was about sword fighting and shit. And it's like, nah. It's about ghosts and souls fighting each other with large amounts of nuclear type destructional power. And I'm like, oh, so do they ever fight with the swords? No, only a couple guys. Like, right? Only a couple guys really get to fight with the swords and do shit. Like, right? Ichigo, the only nigga I know that spam his sword like that. And Kenpachi, like, just a couple swipes. Like, everybody else got some weird, like, look at Chad, bro. That's not even a sword. Like, right? Like, you know, you look at some of these dudes, and it's like, bro, what are they in the show for? Like, I don't get that type of shit. Like, you know, that's probably why I don't gravitate towards it. You know, that, and I love my parents. You know what I mean? I love my parents growing up. So that's why I don't watch Bleach, you know. That's what Bleach is for. Like if you didn't like your parents growing up, you probably love Bleach. You know what I mean? But hey man, to each his own. But I just feel like Naruto has a lot more to offer you, you know? As far as lately, hell no. They have nothing to offer. Boruto is disgustingly bad. I will take Super over Boruto. I'll take Daima over Boruto. I shit you not. I will take Daima over Boruto. Boruto is so Boruto is like Naruto if I wrote it. Right? Like Boruto is Naruto if you wrote it. Like, right? That's what Boruto is. That's how Boruto makes me feel. As if a fan wrote it. Not Kishimoto or nothing. It's purely off of fans shit. That's why it just feels so terrible. They just see it as a cash grab now. Super is soft. This is for this generation. That's what I don't get, right? I understand that premise as a cash grab, but wouldn't you want to give them what was already selling? You know what I mean? It's just like now they just like, what was the point of remixing the drink? It was already good. like, you know what I mean? Like, this drink was already selling. It's already a staple. Like, it's good already. Not remix it. Why? I don't know. We can sell both bottles. We can sell the regular and the remixed. It's like, all right. And then they do the remix and the remix sells. And it's like, damn, bro. I don't know, bro. I like the original. Like, this remix shit, I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm just not feeling it. I don't like this product. Like, no, man. I don't feel like it got better. I don't feel like Z helped Super get better. Not at all. What Super does is shows you how good Z was. Like, if anything, I look at it like that. Like, damn, Dragon Ball Z was amazing. I don't give a damn about Super. Not at all. None of it. The only thing that's actually legit, and not even Goku Black to me, because it's just Goku. Or a guy stealing another man's body. It's another Ginyu play, right? But I feel like there's nothing about Super other than Hit. Like, you take everything else out, I don't care about it. I could add a tournament anywhere. I just do not care about it. Hit is the only thing that is cool to me about Super. Hit. That is it. They really got one when it comes to Super, when it comes to Hit. Hit so cool. He could have been in Dragon Ball, you would have loved him. He could have been in Z, you would have loved him. He could be in any anime and you'd fuck with Hit. That's how good Hit is. Hit could be in any other anime and you'd fuck with Hit. Solo Leveling, My Hero Academia. His quirk is time skip. Like, right? Like, imagine that. Hit could have been in any anime. You would have loved Hit. I just don't, that's the only thing Super has is Hit. That's it. You can't give me an argument about Goku Black. I don't care about that shit. Oh, but he was making weapons. I'm like, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. Hell, they finna do that in the Cillian arc when it comes to the Super stuff, right? Hell, they did that already in Dragon Ball Z. Dude made weapons out of his legs, like, right? Like, they had Legic. Legic can just make weapons materialize. Piccolo can do that. Piccolo has, when he gave Gohan his clothes, he put a weapon on his back. Piccolo could already do that. Like, it's already, the only thing cool about Goku Black was the sickle. That's it. Niggas love the pink hair. I don't know. I wouldn't have went with that. Rose, right? They was calling Rose and all that. I wouldn't have went with that. I'm sorry. It's not my thing. Not my team. So I don't know. I look at it a little different. Especially after, like, watching both shows these past few days and checking everything out. I really came to, like, oh, Naruto is just superior, bro. Like, Naruto is just superior. He said Dragon Ball was supposed to be better. To be better, not worse. The god powers were useless. Yeah, they absolutely were. I didn't get how what are we doing here? We're rewriting stuff that it just feels absolutely wrong. Vegeta's dad was cowering over Beerus. I thought he was cowering over Frieza. Frieza's cowering over Beerus. He knows Beerus. Like, bro, what's going on? How old is Frieza? Like, right? It's like, bro, like, what is going on? He didn't care about nothing. All these weirdo relationships they like to do you. I like the new Broly. I like his dialogue. He still says 4 words, bro. Like, what new dialogue, bro? They just gave him a new design, made him look more tan. That's all they did. They just tanned him up. Put some scars. And instead of Kakarot, right? No, I'm fine. Like, that's it. Like, right? That's it. That's all he does and everyone swears that the new Broly is better. Like it just fucking kills me, bro. And it's like, bro, like the old Broly had just 3 movies. Like, right? That was it. That nigga was in 3 fucking movies. And he became one of the most popular Dragon Ball or just animated characters of all time. If you go on the anime character list, Broly, the old one, is on there. High on there, too. So I just off of really 2 movies, because Bio Broly, I don't really count that. That nigga was a whole muck monster. Like, right? He was a whole Pokemon in Bio Broly. So in 2 movies, just 2 movies, really one, just 2 movies though, Broly becomes the most popular character. Now, there is one thing I did like about Super, and that was the Super Broly movie. I felt like that was a good movie. Hell, you don't have to like Dragon Ball to know that that was a good movie. The animation, crisp as fuck. But it's a movie. It's supposed to be. The sound, you know what I mean? The sound was amazing. Explosions, all that. Do it, Bradley. You know, shit like that. But it's supposed to. It's a movie. The show don't sound like that. The show damn show don't sound like that. They'll have you give you a still frame of Jiren punching Goku and him punching him back. Like it was just like whatever. I've seen this before. You know what I mean? Like nothing in here grabs me like that. Especially when it comes to a superhero movie, garbage, basura for my Spanish viewers. Okay, basura. All right, absolute. No bueno. Okay, no bueno. Me no like. But you know, it's terrible. But the super movie, Broly, was actually good, really good. But I just, it don't make me, oh, this Broly's way better than Z Broly. And so I'm like, no, man, because he say a couple more words, bro. A couple more words. It was just like you would see the hate and slander you get from the old Broly. No, he's got no dialogue, bro. Like he doesn't have anything to him. Just character, bro. All he does is say Kakarot. And then like, yeah, okay. The new Broly does the same shit, y'all. He sounds like a nervous asshole. Are you gonna finish that? Like, right? Like, come on, bro. That's what y'all wanted? And y'all wanted him fucking that little green girl, too. They want a domesticated motherfucker, man. You know? Y'all want Broly like women want Broly. Yeah. They want Broly like how women want Broly, like, right? Domesticated, right? They want them all, you know. All right, y'all keep clamoring for that shit. Pretty soon, this nigga gonna be with glasses on, studying along with Gohan. We haven't seen him. We don't get to see Broly at all. Y'all made him canon and don't do shit with him. Made him canon and don't do shit with him. I thought he was a fan favorite, bro. It's just it's so weird what they're doing lately with the series. You could have easily put Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Super. Easily. But you do it in Daima? Like, what the fuck is that? And then you made him a kid when he did it. Or whatever the fuck. Just weird. Like, just weird shit. Big old ruffian hands, and the skin's not, the fur's not even red anymore. It's magenta. Like, right? Like, yo, what? It's pink? For what? That's where we're doing it. Like, damn. But again, that's Daima. You know, Super Daima's supposed to happen in between Super. So that's what I'm saying. This shit, they're making this shit horrible. Domesticating characters like Frieza. Frieza is supposed to be a tyrant, intergalactic tyrant, pirate, whatever, fuck nigga, realtor. Like, right? Like, he does real estate, right? He buying and selling planets. Ruthless motherfucker, right? Don't care, just blow some shit up. Saiyan's supposed to be like that too. Y'all want all the Saiyans domesticated. Y'all want all the Saiyans to have families. Y'all want all the Saiyans, to be in suits, 9 to 5s and shit. Right? Y'all want all the Saiyans like that. And then still we want to have them have immense power and all that. Bro, they don't make any sense. There's no plight. There's no struggle. There's nothing to go through. If they're all domesticated. That's why Krillin's so weak and trash. That's why he became a cop. He got him some fucking buns, start tapping that fucking ass, and then he got a kid, and then just trash. Right? He just turned into trash. Tien's out there butt fucking Chaozu somewhere in the mountains, so you never get to see those guys. Yamcha's so fucking fodder, they forget about even adding him. Y'all forget he a Z fighter. I don't ever hear shit about Yamcha, unless it's the troll. This is what Super's doing, bro. Then they make you invest in the Angels. The Angels can't do anything, right? They're just there for training purposes, and they're always going to be stronger, and Wall's a pillar that you'll never eclipse, but yet they're there. It just is nothing burger, just nothing. Jiren's there to do nothing, just to be a nice crescendo at the end of a tournament. It's just fucking crazy. I knew superhero was garbage. Yeah. Superhero was just hell no. That new Super Saiyan 4 transmission was trash. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get what they're doing. You had a great design. You can just follow the design you were doing. Even you don't have to. Even if you copy GT, right? You just change the pants and the apparel a little bit. I just don't get that shit. And I'm like, y'all did it. Y'all gave him some like big old monkey, like it's not even monkey hand. Because you look at a gorilla's hands are not that far relative to their face. Their head's bigger than their hands. So I'm just like, you made that nigga's hands huge. Like I don't get what they're doing. Super is just ruined. Then y'all coming back, it's just bad, bro. But Naruto, I feel like it's straight. It served its purpose. It had its time, and it was really good. It's the problem with Naruto is it's just not continuing. Naruto's not going to continue. Boruto is the predecessor now, and it's just ridiculously god awful. It's worse than Super. You know what? And I know people are like, well, what are you going to do? Go back in those stories that we were invested in with these characters that you told and we loved. Why don't you go back and give us some backstory to those characters? Show us how Kakazu survived his encounter with Hashirama. Why Hashirama refused to kill him, or did he escape? Show us how Han died. Show us how all the tail beasts got captured. Show us the battle, the legendary battle of the Sannin. Go back and show us that stuff. They still could do that. But it's like, they won't. I would love to see Prime Sarutobi. I would love to see him in his prime. That man mastered every jutsu in the village. He knows every single nature. I would love to see what he was like. Fugaki. Tobirama. You know what I mean? Like I would like go back and tell their sides of the stories. See how Genkaku and Kinkaku got captured. It's stuff that they can go back and do. I would really like the Raikage. He fought for 3 days. 3 days and nights with 10,000 people. So show that. Show the 3 days of him whooping ass. Like, right? Like, there's some stuff they can still do in Naruto, man. But it's like, they're wasting it on Boruto. Putting the same type of shit. Frieza, alien type characters, moon people. Fucking, like, this shit ain't even about ninjas no more. Niggas got animatronic arms and bionic this, bionic that. I'm like, bro, like harvesting the moon and the earth, and they're just like, bro, what are we doing? These are moon people. They can fly, steal chakra just by looking at you. Like, hey, like, yeah, what are we doing with this overpowered shit? And I do think the characters are just better in Naruto. Like I said earlier, like there's so many other characters you can expound on. The Super Saiyan 4 transformation on Daima was the worst way he got it with magic. Oh yeah, hey, I'm not here. They do it with magic, weird as hell. Hell, in GT they did it with a flux machine or whatever. Like, right, it's all trash. Like, right, how Vegeta got it, even worse. He got hit with some machine, and yeah, I don't understand. Blood waves or whatever the fuck it was. Terrible, 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 terrible. You know, it's like nowadays, like when this shit comes out, you're not even excited anymore because it's just terrible. What's good, Lava, man? What's good? But I look at this shit completely different now. It's just terrible, bro. I can't consume this stuff. I just don't care, bro. I really just don't care. I find myself, if it pops up on my feed, don't recommend. I don't follow nobody who does Xeno. I don't want to see shit when it comes to Dragon Ball. And I'm so Dragon Balled out. This series is terrible now, man. Like, you cannot restore that feeling I had when I was 15, loving it, rocking shirts and shit like that. I wish we could have got some of this shit back then, but this stuff is ass now. The pacing's wrong. The episodes are terrible. The characters are shit. Now I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched any Naruto, so I'll be roasting Dragon Ball. Hey, I get you, and that's all right. Like, it's for both sides. Go whatever side you're choosing. You know. For what it's worth, Vegeta's Blessed Ways was the only because bro didn't have a tail. He did all that rest by himself, so I don't mind it. Okay, so when you say it like that, that does make sense. It just, he didn't have a tail, you know, and Vegeta already knew the tech. Like, he could throw the moon in the air. Vegeta was already privy to this shit. So I get that. Like, he didn't have a tail. He needed to boost his shit for the tail. I get that. I'm not knocking Vegeta as a Super Saiyan 4. I love the design. I'm just saying, like, GT, I'm getting off GT because the topic here is Super versus Shippuden. Okay? Super versus Shippuden. And I just feel like Shippuden is just far more superior. Goku getting hit with some magic and getting Super Saiyan 4 was way worse. I'm not rocking with that. I ain't with that. I'm not with Ranger 17 matching Super Saiyan Blue God. It just how does the android get stronger? Cyborgs and machines have limiters. So how does he get stronger? And then to match Goku, he hasn't been relevant since the Android saga. So in the Buu saga, he didn't get stronger. It's just weird to me. Cell saga, Buu saga, he didn't get stronger, man. The show is terrible, bro. As a show, as a whole, it's terrible. It's very influential, but I only think it's influential because the Dragon Ball community really hangs on anything Dragon Ball. You know? They'll consume anything that's Dragon Ball. I mean, ATP, they only doing because they're only doing it to sell toys, not for the story. Which is bad. That still, but that's it. Still makes it bad. It makes it bad. That's even worse. It makes it bad, brother. That makes it bad. That makes it bad, bro. Super is just bad. If it's for that's bad. I still gotta continue Naruto binge, but like I said earlier, I watched Dragon Ball Superheroes, and I found that far more entertaining than Dragon Ball Super. I watched over 6 hours of Dragon Ball Superheroes. I know I'm saying that is a whole work shift. That is a whole school. like you're in school that long. I'm talking about like 6 hours. It's a long time. On families. It's a long time. It's a long time on families. So it is a long time to be watching Super, and I enjoyed that way more. You understand me? I enjoyed that way more. Insane. I'll watch Naruto sooner or later. It's good. It's good. I'll tell you this. I don't know. Like, again, I love my parents growing up, and I'm a hetero male, so I didn't watch Bleach, but it's better than Bleach. You know what I mean? It's better than Bleach. You know, if you like Nazi stuff, then you'll love Bleach, right? Like I'm being for real, bro. Brother, if you're into like the Aryan Brotherhood and stuff like that, you'll love Bleach. Bro, 17 and Super completely broke the power scaling. Yeah, it was horrible. It's horrible. Like the power in there is terrible. But to me, it just really feels like Saturday morning. I'm waking up. What am I watching? I'm watching Recess. I'm watching Static Shock. I'm watching Rocket Power, and then up next, Dragon Ball Super. Like, right, like it just so like a kid show. It does not feel like an anime. It feels like a kid show. That shit don't even look anime. Tell me that shit looks anime. Super does not look anime. Super looks like a cartoon show, like Adventure Time. Like, I don't know. 17 to 18 are mostly organic. They're more like cyborgs than androids, so they should be able to get stronger by training. But jumping from weaker than first form Cell to beyond Super Saiyan God is unforgivable. Yeah, I can get that premise too. They can get stronger. Hell, you saw in Teen Titans, Cyborg got stronger to defeat that one robot guy at that stadium. Remember, he went over 100 max plus. He got stronger. He broke his little thing. So I get that. That's the human in them getting stronger, right? Because machines are limited. They can only do what they can do. But it's like to be maxing out somebody who's trained their entire life, who kept training even after life. He was training when he was dead for 7 years. How are you matching someone who was training the whole time he was dead for 7 years? Everything you do in Z, you take it away and shit on it when it comes to Super. And that's why it's unbearable to watch. No matter what you can put makeup on a pig, it's still a fucking pig. And that's what they're doing with the new series. They're putting makeup on the pig. Like, bro, it's a pig. Yeah, bro, but look at its ass. Like, it's a pig, bro. Yeah, bro, but shit, man. Dude, I'm lonely. Like, it's like, I don't know. You need something. They need something, bro. They need fucking something. The fans need something. Power scaling ended after Goku and Vegeta Frieza fight. The power scaling was out the window when the Scouters broke. The power scaling was done when the Scouters broke. As soon as Vegeta was able to sense other people's ki, the power scaling was over. It was completely over after that. Completely done. We no longer need the power scale. Niggas, Scouters are breaking. Especially Super Saiyan. 50 times, 100 times, 900 times, Superhero was a fun time, even though Beast is kind of stupid. Beast was dumb. But is Beast a superhero thing or like is it Dragon Ball Heroes? Like, wait, no, I'm not talking about the movie. No, the movie was garbage. Are you kidding me? I'm talking about I watched 6 hours of Dragon Ball Superheroes. Like that. That to me was better than the regular Super they're showing us. But absolutely, Superhero was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Are you fucking kidding me? I watched that once and that's all you need. You need one watch. I wouldn't even give it that like that. I wouldn't even want to watch it again like that. Wasn't the androids originally human before? Yeah, they were human. Custom finding new ways to slander me. I was just slandering you. Like my brother grew up on that shit. Like, you know how many times I walk in the room? My brother's got the manga. My brother's watching Bleach, and I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, mom and dad love us. What are you doing? Like, what is this, bro? Why are you spitting out blood? Like, right? Like, what is this? What the fuck? Are you cross-dressing? Like, bro, like, I don't know, bro. I used to walk in the room. He's wearing a dress. He's wearing a fucking dress. Trying to be Ichigo. You know? Ichigo had people cross-dressing. Teens. The show's not good, bro. I mean, at least Dragon Ball had me doing Kamehamehas and shit, and Naruto had me throwing up gang signs, you know? But Bleach, nah. Bleach had you in dresses, and I'm telling you, bro. that shit ain't for the weak, bro. Like that shit ain't like I can't consume so much Bleach. I couldn't imagine growing up consuming Bleach. I'd probably be one of those, like, you know, disgruntled youths. Like, right, I'm talking about juvenile hall. Like, right, like, you know, we gotta reform this kid. Like, he's a menace. Like, he's a menace. If I grew up watching Bleach, I'd definitely be a gangbanger. I'd definitely be selling drugs, poisoning my community if I grew up watching Bleach. So, you know, 110%. That episode was dope. That Super is flashy transformation. Super is a flashy transformation. Super is all flashy. But it's just a bundle of shit, to be honest. And I like this revisionist narrative where people are saying Super was always ass now, but they were the same people saying Super was the best shit they ever seen. Exactly. Because they know it's terrible, bro. It's just they have to do videos. They're content creators. I understand that 100%. That's what you do. That's how you get your content. We saw It's Anime Girl. What if Beerus and Whis were doing this and that? But hell, I don't even knock them for doing that shit. What ifs? It's not as bad as what the coffee nigga was doing. Hell, that dude was a menace. Like, right? That's what you shouldn't be doing with this series, okay? You shouldn't be shipping minor kids and putting them gay together for your own joyful amusement, right? Like, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not what the series was built off. Super is flashy flights, meaningless transformations. Exactly. Flashy flights, meaningless transformations. Naruto Shippuden, on the other hand, was growth. I loved it. When Naruto came back to the village from training with Jiraiya and everybody, and he grew up, you know what I mean? And you got to see, it's like, damn, Hinata grew up. Everybody is older, and he's just so mature now, but he's still him. You know what I mean? He's still stuck to the same ass shit. He wasn't just spamming Kamehameha. Like, oh yeah, he had the Rasen Shurikens like crazy, but he had other stuff. He had the Chibi forms. You know, he still had the shadow clones going crazy. You know, Naruto was experimenting with some other stuff. He's tapped in more with Kurama. They have a much better camaraderie, and you can feel that in the show. Like, Super has good moments, but It's not that good when you look at it the whole. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it beats Naruto at all. I just don't. Wait, you meant Dragon Ball Hero? Yeah, Dragon Ball Heroes. Like, I was talking about Heroes, not superhero movie. That shit is buns, okay? Buns cheeks, okay? Cheeks, nasty cheeks, butt ass, okay? I'm not a superhero. I watched 6 hours of Dragon Ball Superheroes, and I like that far better than regular Dragon Ball Super. I will say that. The only thing about Super that I like is Hit. That's it. And I say that because Hit could have been in any other anime. That's how good Hit is. If you can see a character and you can see them in something else, I'm telling you, bro. Hit could have easily been one of those Quincy's, one of those Hollows, one of those. He could have easily been in Bleach. His thing is skipping time. He could have had some flimsy sword. Who gives a fuck? No, none of them niggas use the swords anyway. They never use the weapons they be getting, and they never land with them. So it don't fucking matter. They never land with these weapons. Like, right? When it comes down to it, it's just power from the weapons, but it's never the weapons doing the damage in Bleach. So it's all swordsmanship is fodder as hell. It's fake. Fuck them. Like, right? Like, they're not real swordsman show. It's the fakest swordsman show I've ever seen in my fucking life. I'm sorry. And don't let Goku give his opponent a senzu bean. Oh yeah, you already know the trope on that. Like Hashirama could have mercy killed people, but he just it's not in his heart. He just showed niggas mercy. Like, I'll let you get up, I'll let you fight me again, I'll let you go about your business. You know, he could have easily killed. Dragon Ball Heroes was also ass, literally just throwing random transformations and shit with a story. Well, yeah. But it was better than Super. I like, bro, I watched 6 hours and I was like, damn, okay, this is fighting. They actually throwing hands. They actually fighting. They getting into shits every 5 seconds. They fighting, bro. Like, that's how it felt when I watched Dragon Ball Superheroes. Every episode is fighting. It felt like real, like Saturday morning cartoons, but it also felt like, damn, they're really fighting in every episode. Versus I watch fucking regular Dragon Ball Super and it's fucking milk runs. You know, milk runs. Yamcha playing baseball. We're going to a shitless, nameless planet again. It's just, nah, bro. Terrible. Terrible. The only really like the movie for the Gammas, that's kind of it. I don't even care about the Gammas. They're just the androids. They're just robots with pistols. I don't care. I was excited that they added guns to Xenoverse. That, you know, but other than Gammas, I don't really give a fuck about them. We already had a Dr. Gero making androids. Now we got a fat ass Dr. Gero making more androids and just or now actual robots. Bleach is a better read when you're older, for sure, though. Yeah, I bet it's a better read. Like, reading as not, like, reading that shit is crazy. Like, right? Like, reading some of that shit will be insane. The art in itself is crazy. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Bleach. And then I don't like Bleach. You know? You understand it. I like Bleach, but I don't like Bleach. You know? It's like having a nice car, like, you know, but you never drive it. Like, right? That's how I feel about Bleach. Like, damn, I love this car, right? I'll never drive it. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to wreck it. I don't want to, like, you got a nice action figure, like a limited edition collection, and you just don't want to open it. You know? I like Bleach. I just don't want to watch it. Like, you know what I mean? I like Bleach. I just don't want to watch it. Like, right? I never want to watch it. Like, I just don't want to watch it. You know, I don't have time. Like, I got other shit to do. Like, right? I don't know. Even when I'm not doing shit, I just don't have enough time to watch Bleach. Menace implies, bro, is meant to be feared. Pretty sure Coffee falls under applying cringe. Yeah. Coffee is sick. All right, he's a deviant. Hit was moving different. Yeah, Hit could be in One Punch Man and have time skip, and you'll love it. Hit could have been in One Piece, and his devil fruit is time skip, and you would have loved it. Like, right? You would have loved it. He's giving out hands, Conqueror's hockey with it, right? He's got hockey hands, fists, and feet. Plus, he's got the devil fruit. He don't need to swim or nothing like that. Who cares about him swimming or nothing like that? They don't swim. I've never seen Hit swim anyway. So it's just one of those. He could have had a devil fruit. He could have been in 7 Deadly Sins. He could have been in one of those sins or whatever. You know? He could have been in anywhere, and he could fit. That's why I like Hit. Hit is a pure fighter. The technique is great. It makes sense. Everything about it makes sense. Now, the design's a little weird. He does have a butt cheek ass head. I don't like that. I don't like his butt cheek head, but the designs, whatever. The trench coat is raw, but it just Hit itself is the only thing that I like about Super. That's it. I don't give a shit about nothing else. If he ain't on the screen, I don't care. I think it's just terrible. I can't say that with Naruto. If Naruto's on the screen, or if he's not, I don't give a fuck. Naruto, I don't even like Naruto like that. Like, I'm talking about like not the show itself, but I don't like the character Naruto like that. I don't give a fuck about Naruto. Not like that. He's a good character. He's a great character, actually. Naruto's amazing. He's an amazing dude, amazing character, but I don't give a fuck about Naruto. Kimimaro, to me, is a far better character to me. Jiraiya is a far better character to me. You know? I fuck with those guys. Hit absolutely could have been a Quincy. They're supposed to use bows and arrows, but on God, most of them stay doing anything but fire a bow. That's what I'm saying. He could have just had his hands up like a bow, like some Alex Pereira shit. Like, right? Hit could have had his hands up like a bow, used time skip, got closer and punched him, and it made it look like an arrow. Like, I don't know. He could have did something. But it just, he could have fit anywhere. If you got Chad doing Eureka 7 hands, then you could have had Hit in there punching up a storm with time skip. You know? He could have been in My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia. Hit. His quirk is time skip. Like, right? He could stop time, or he could skip time. Like, right? Not stop, but he could skip time, but only for a few seconds. Watch out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been great in My Hero. Of course, you know, they would have downplayed him. Deku would have got all the shine eventually and shit like that. But, you know, like, he could have been in any other manga. He could have been in One Punch Man. He could have been in any other manga, bro. It's fucking crazy. But that's it. That's the only redeemable quality that you could find in Super is Hit. You know? A lot of Quincy's, like, as not have weird ass powers, so Hit shit would fit right in. Yeah, man. He would fit right in. He could fit in any fucking anime. You know? He said, you're looking at it from the outside perspective. I know what you mean. Yeah, you know, like, I don't know too much about Bleach, you know, but so, not gonna lie, Dragon Ball Heroes was better than Super. Like, that's what I'm saying. Dragon Ball Heroes had a lot of bullshit in it. Transformations, all the shit you hate about Super, but the pacing was way better. There was action all over the place. Like, at least I'm watching Super Saiyan, like, 3 Turles, like, right, go fucking nuts. I'm like, bro, what? Turles is here? Super Saiyan 3 Turles? Like, right, like, bro, come on, man. You got both. You had Cooler and Frieza fighting alongside each other in their top golden forms. I'm like, bro, why isn't this in Super? Why don't they do this in Super? Not so much the golden forms, but just the camaraderie of making Cooler canon and then him fighting alongside with his brother. That'd have been sick to see, even if it was a one-off episode. But it's like all the sweet ideas and sweet shit they save for Dragon Ball Heroes. You know what I mean? And Super just gets shit. They don't even show Broly, bro. They show no Broly whatsoever. And I swear, like I said earlier, bro, they swear that the new Broly is better, but he's not, bro. He's not. He isn't better, bro. It's just terrible shit. Yakura. I'd much rather have that. I don't need too much dialogue when the dude's badass. Like, right? Are you gonna finish that? I'm sorry. Like, right? Like, that's Broly? This is your king? That's the new Broly? I'm sorry, guys. Like, right? Like, oh, no. Get that dude out of here, bro. Get that shit out of here. Give me the brainless. Oh, my power. I'm a devil. I'm a monster. Right? I love that. That was way better. Then that shit they popping. Water cooler talk. Shy around the bitch talk. I was wondering if, we can go out Saturday night. Like, right? Like, no confidence. Get him out of here. Tell her what you doing Saturday night. You asking her. Look, this is what we doing Saturday. I'm gonna pick you up. Shit, I'm gonna go out, have some fun. What you think? Hell yeah. Like, right? Like, talk with some confidence, some bravado. You asking her. Tell her what we doing Saturday, man. The fuck you mean? I'm telling her what we doing Saturday. Look, I'm gonna come scoop. You ain't gotta work. I'm gonna come scoop. Have your hair done. Have get all dolled up. We going out. Like, right? You tell her what we doing. This Broly got no confidence. I don't feel it in him. I don't smell it on him. Y'all be wanting to ship these characters together and shit. It's just weird ass shit. Of course, man. Shout outs to Lava for the thumbnail, man. I really appreciate that. Super Broly is a better character, but Z Broly a better villain. How though? Explain to me how he's a better character. Lava, please. Please explain to me how the new Broly is a better character than the old Broly. With just 2 movies, the guy became the most popular character. Like, right? Still to this day, Broly became the most popular character with just 2 movies. But this new one's better than the old one. They had to remake a new one. I gotta hear this, bro. I got to hear this, bro. I want to know how we come across one. I like the new Broly, He says, what up? Right? Like, I like the new Broly. He's tan and they put scars on him. Like, right? Like, I don't like what is it? What is it? Tell me what is it about the new Broly that just is better than Z? How is he a better character? OG Broly will always be my favorite. He was a beast. He showed no mercy. The style which he fought, his moves, his techniques. I'm just like, how is the new one better? They don't even show you the new one, guys. Y'all don't have enough footage to even say that. Like, right? You don't have enough evidence. You know what I'm saying? He's saying that with such guts and bravado because of that one movie. He had one movie where he showed you he was cool. The other Broly had 2 movies, technically 3, but again, the 3rd movie he was a muck monster. Like, so I won't even say, but he had 2 movies. This other Broly had 1 movie. One movie. That's it. They didn't bring him back. That nigga's making coffee on the ship with a green bitch. That nigga's Gohan now. They never showed him doing shit. They showed him sitting down with Whis and Beerus. They having tea parties. They show Vegeta grinding and fighting in the background. They show Goku getting training. Broly just sitting there. So what is he doing that's better? I just don't get it. You like that he's domesticated? This is what I mean. I was saying this earlier. You follow on those guys that like your Broly domesticated. They like their Broly to talk a lot about nothing. They want their Broly to do nothing, really, because he ain't doing nothing. He's not even fighting. So what makes him better, bro? Like, how's he a better character? Z Broly has some of the best quotes. Like, you know, Kakura. That was my favorite. That was my favorite Broly quote. When he said Kakura, I felt that, bro. I fucking felt that. I mean, that he's actually like has any type of depth to him. Backstory and all. What's the backstory, Love? It's the same backstory. A motherfucker was crying. This backstory is he went to another planet and grew up with a ferret. What back? Are you kidding me? That's a shit backstory. It's the same backstory. He was too overpowered. They didn't want him. The king told him, no, look, we got to kill your son. Dude says, no, you're not killing my son. He dips out with his son. They're presumed dead. And then he comes back with immense destructional power. What was different? This man, this is what I'm saying. He liked it that he was friends with a ferret. That's the backstory you talking about? I don't give a fuck that he grew up with a ferret. I don't want to see that backstory. Trash. No, Broly didn't even need a backstory like that. OG1 didn't need it all like that. He was being controlled. Too much power to like, right? Like, you know what I mean? Vegeta's cowering. Vegeta can't even fight, or he can't even process what he's seeing. He's so scared. He wasn't doing that for Super Broly. He was trying to fuck that dude up. He didn't give a fuck about Super Broly. He was trying to fuck Super Broly up. Vegeta was the first one to throw and give him hands. He didn't want to touch the Z Broly, and that was in his base form. He was in his base form, and Vegeta was trembling. Like, oh, damn it, man. I can't even. This guy's, holy shit, man. Like, you know what I mean? He barely said any words. I love Z Broly way more than Super Broly. I get it. But I'm just saying, like, this is for the people who say that to me, though. They say the same thing you say all the time. They say this shit all the time. I get this all. Super is a better character. And I'm like, where? In what capacity, bro? He's just a slightly taller and tan. And they put scars on him. They didn't have to put scars on OG Broly because he was fucking you up. Like, right? He was fucking you up. Wasn't nothing damaging him. Like, right? Nothing was damaging him. He didn't even need scars. He didn't even need pupils. He had no iris. Like, right? He had no pupils. The scroller was all white. He looked like a fucking, like, you know, like, whoa, what's with this dude? He got no pupils, no matter what. Just immensely big for no reason. Making Piccolo look small, like holding Piccolo in his hand, like by his head. He was holding 7-8 foot Piccolo by the head. Like, right? Like, you see how he did Videl? He broke her down better than Spokovich. And he did that all with just 3 words. Right. My power. Evil. Like, right? He did all that with 3 words. Shan said the ass kicking he was giving them and taking 0 damage. You know, my favorite quote is when he blew up the planet. I think more than anything, I only like the Broly went after Vegeta than Goku, because him going after Goku for crying was dumb. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that was just like whatever writing. I don't even understand that. Like, you're upset that he's crying, or I just don't get that either. But, you know, other than that, like I said, I don't really look into the backstory. I don't really care about that. That's why it was just like whatever. But it's just like that whole I like new Broly. Like, you can like what you like. Hey, you like the design. You like that he's tanner. You like that he has more scars. Hey, to each his own. I just don't like the drip. I don't like the clothes. I don't like the design like that. It just seems very feral, but just not like in a good way, you know? No, I agree. The backstory is unnecessary for Broly as a whole. Yeah, you don't even need that. Most people don't even bring that shit up because it's like whatever. Like, kids crying, whatever. He hates him as a kid, whatever. You don't need a reason to hate Goku. You just don't. Like, you see the hair. You don't need a reason to hate Goku. I just mean backstory wise, I like Super more, but I like Super Broly's more, but Z Broly's still 10 times cooler. Yeah, I don't care about the backstory. I mean, that man was literally eating soup from an egg or whatever and grew up with a ferret. I could give a flying fuck how he grew up, you know? Broly proved that God powers were useless. Look how Goku and Vegeta struggle fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, they did all this and then boom. Again, the movie was exceptional. One of their best movies. Like, that's the only thing cool about Super. It was probably that movie. Other than Hit. Bro, the combo Broly did. Piccolo was diabolical. Oh, yeah. He was serving up. Oh, man. I remember I did a short on that. He was serving him up. Just the style and manner in which they did, bro. He had Vegeta trembling. And then Broly kicked him and ran. Why wouldn't they have him at Tournament of Power? Why wouldn't they have him doing some stuff? They don't add Broly ever. Like, it's just like whatever. But Broly was such a badass. That's why I can't put Z Broly. I cannot put Super Broly above Z because you wouldn't have Super Broly without Z. I can't put guys that are great now and put them over people that help build the franchise. Like I love that good. Like, one of the best arguments I have with some of my family members too and friends is like, because we're real big wrestling fans, and like everyone's like, bro, who's the best wrestler? Oh, The Rock or Stone Cold or John Cena, and it's just like, no, the greatest wrestler of all time was Hulk Hogan, bro. Everyone knows. You should know that. Nobody eclipses Hulk Hogan. Nobody. You don't have to like Hulk Hogan. He was POS. I don't personally like him, but he is the greatest wrestler of all time. He was Mr. Wrestling. You wouldn't have WrestleMania without Hulk Hogan. They built it around him. Like, they built the WWE around Hulk Hogan. Right? So to be like, John Cena's better. Why? Because he saw a lot of more terminally ill kids? No. Doesn't make him a better wrestler. Right? What? That's just a better human being. Right? A better human being. I give you that. Humanitarian, hell yeah. John was a way better person-wise. Personally, on a personal level, better than Hulk Hogan. But when you talk about the company, the wrestling, the persona, the gimmick, it's always going to be Hulk Hogan. He's not on a Mount Rushmore. He's bigger than that. The Mount Rushmore is for guys like John Cena and The Rock and Stone Cold. We can argue about them. But Hulk Hogan's not on that. He's bigger than that. You can't add him. I don't even add him when I talk about the greatest. Because I already know who the greatest is, man. You can't do that. Z Broly better than Super. Yeah. I like the backstory. He was playing with the ferret. And then the ferret dies and then he wears the fur. He wears the fur to the ferret that was basically he was raised with. I'm telling you, bro. This series is getting soft as hell. Tingly backs, just garbage. And then you got Naruto. Again, Naruto has its big flaws. The finish was absolutely terrible. We were fighting moon people. We're double crossing. There's 50 double agents in that show. You think Madara's finna win it all, and then he gets hooked by the Black Zetsu. And it's like, bro, what's going on here? Then Kaguya comes back. Oh, who's this bitch?
Oh, she created all the jutsu. She's the god of all shinobi. Oh, okay. She's you know Sage of Six Paths. She's their mother. Like, oh, yeah, she's from the moon. Like, bro, what are we doing? How do you beat somebody from the moon? Oh, DMS Kakashi. You give Kakashi 2 Sharingans. He can do it. You give Kakashi 2 Sharingans and he can do it. Like, right? Like, it's just like, bro. Like, I'm fucking done with Naruto. Like, towards the end, I give you that. The Great War was okay, and then at the end, it's shit. I couldn't even finish it like that. It was horrible. God awfully horrible. Trash. Like, Shippuden is good up until the end of the war. Super is just not good. It was never good. Like, it was not good. Anytime you had hit on the screen, it was okay. Broly shit happened after the Tournament of Power, so it already happened. Wait, what? Broly shit happened after the Tournament of Power, so it already happened. Wait, so the Broly movie was after the Tournament of Power? Oh, okay. Full stop. If Broly was at the Tournament of Power somehow, that shit would have been a wash. It took a fusion for a stronger version of Goku. No, it wouldn't have, because there were stipulations, Lava. You are forgetting the stipulations. Now, if this new domesticated Broly was to enter the Tournament of Power, he would have had to abide by the rules. No flying, no killing, no weapons. Okay? And if he cannot do that, he would have been exited out and erased or sent to the couch. You know? I surmise that's why they didn't add him. I mean, they could add Broly if they want to. It's a licensed character developed by them. They can add that character whenever they wanted to. That would have been a great surprise. Wait, Broly's in this bitch? Bro, Broly's canon in this bitch? Oh shit! Right? They waited to a movie. All right, they made him canon in a movie. Like, right? Like, yeah. See, it's funny. It's funny how Dragon Ball works like that. When he debuts, it's not canon. Broly's not canon. And for years, 20, 30 years, he wasn't canon. So you can't add him to nothing. Then we get a movie. Again, we get another movie. So he's not canon, right? No, he's canon in this movie. Dude, go fuck yourself. He's not canon in the first movies, but he's canon in these movies. I hate, that's what I'm saying, bro. Super is so terrible. It's so terrible. Terrible. My favorite wrestler is Sting. Sting was great. Scorpion Deathlock, Scorpion Death Drop. I loved it. Scorpion Death Drop. I did that shit all the fucking time. Yeah. Sting was one of the best characters. One of the best characters he could have developed. Insane. Now, we all know it's the Crow and shit, but it's still a good character. Especially for wrestling. That gimmick worked immensely. Pointing the bat at a motherfucker. The lightning. I know they like to put lightning and shit on Undertaker, but get the fuck out of here. Undertaker versus Sting would have been, oh my God, that would have been one of my favorite matches to watch. I'm so pissed that never happened. I'll send you to hell. I'm already there. Like, yo, like, it could have been amazing. Oh, man. The crows, the birds, it's all there, bro. That match would have been insane. Yeah, it was after. Okay. Super Broly was made like 2 years after Super ended, I think. Oh, okay. You're not wrong, though. He's so strong, he might have sent someone to the Shadow Realm before he even fights Jiren. That's what I'm saying. Bro, a lot of these people were fodder. He would have killed somebody. Like, bro, there was an insect there. There was a pleb who would just string you. There was one dude who just went invisible. That was his whole gimmick. He wasn't strong at all. He just went invisible. Like, bro, Broly would have killed one of these people. And I don't think they could have added him. That's just like they didn't add Majin Buu. He would have ate one of them. Like, one of them niggas would have turned into candy and he eating them. Like, right? Game over. Wait a minute. Universe 7 is disqualified. Like, right? The Majin Buu's eating people. Like, right? Like, yeah, get him out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, erased. Like, damn. And then, you know, definitely Universe 6 is done. So Universe 11 would have won. Definitely would have won. I just don't see any drawbacks when it comes to Naruto versus Super. You know? Yes, it depends on the writing, Lava. You know, they have bad writing. Oh yeah. Yeah, the writing is just sometimes the writing. Sometimes the writing is questionable in Super. Like anime AIDS hitting Itachi is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie to you, that still bothers me to this day. Having Jiraiya die, who is one of my favorite characters in all of anime, having Jiraiya die is probably the biggest L I've ever seen. It just like, and he didn't have to. That's where it's like, bro, what? It's like some of the decisions they made, not showing a lot of the stuff in Naruto is sad. You expounded, you gave us great characters, and then you just don't do shit with them. There's good and bad in both, but I feel like the bad stuff really is overpowering. The bad stuff in Super is like mold. It's like mold. You can't cut around. You don't want to eat around it. It's mold, bro. I'm not eating this. It's mold. That's what Super is to me. It's moldy. Naruto just expired. Like, Naruto is just expired. It's not bad right now. It's just expired. It expired today. Damn, we should eat it now. Like, right? Because it expired today. But bro, Super is mold. Not true. Broly would somehow send everyone off the ring with no kills. Yeah. I think he would have killed. Like, right, like if we're talking about Broly, I don't think he's following those rules. Like, you can't even fly. Like, it's just weird shit in the Tournament of Power. I mean, Super removed the blood, bruh. Kids show ass changes. Yeah, you getting scratches, bro. Scratches. We're getting scratches now. No blood. Or what are they wiping? Like what? Like you would see Goku wipe his nose and his mouth, and it's like, bro, what are you wiping? There's no blood. Is that sweat? I don't understand. What are you wiping, Goku? What was Goku wiping? Was it sweat? Find out on the next episode. Fucking crazy. That man was wiping sweat. I'm 100%. I mean, bro, Super removed the blood, bro. Kids show ass shit. Oh man. He said, don't forget, no high stakes. Like, you know, just a nothing burger. It's a tournament. Everybody came back because some Dragon Balls they wished. Like Sham said earlier, Dragon Balls are utterly pointless. Like, dying in that series is pointless now because motherfuckers will just come right back. Except for the 6 other universes. Because remember, Zeno had 18 and he just wiped away the other ones. Goodbye. That's why Z worked so well, because there were so many times where the Dragon Ball were out of commission, so we still had stakes. You know, like you had sometimes after using the Dragon Balls, you had like a year or two Them bitches are stone. You can't do anything. You got to rely on your shit now. And if you die, you know what I mean? Like, at least Goku stayed dead 7 years. But they kept coming back. You know? In Naruto, when you're dead, you're dead. Like, you're right, you know what I mean? Like, you're done. It's over. You're not coming back. It ain't no. Like, unless you use some forbidden jutsu. It was like, no, that person's gone, bro. Jiraiya's gone and he never came back. Kimaru gone and he came back as like some dead puppet. A lot of characters came back as dead puppets. But majority of the time, they're not coming back to stay at all. None of them. They're all dead. They kept that shit, which was cool. That's why I even watched Naruto in the beginning in the first place. If you lose, if you fail, you die. Like, I was like, bro, what? If you fail, you die? I gotta watch this. Like, you know. Now, I know people are gonna come to this live stream after the fact and tell me how crazy I am. What are you talking about? Super's better than Naruto. And they're gonna give me their shit opinions in the comment sections, right? No, I'm joking. Like, give me your opinions and thoughts and all that good shit. I don't mind it. But it's just like, I'm just look at this shit objectively, right? Just look at it. Just look at it. I just really, Naruto to me just feels like a better show. To me, it just is. It outsold. It sold more mangas. Far more mangas than Super did. Or is selling. Absolutely. I think Super's in the like 10 million range when it comes to like actual sales or copies. Naruto Shippuden's in like the 200 range, the 200 million copy range. Like, it's not even close. The characters are way more developed, better. I think it slaps it by a landslide, man. I like doing this though. I'm gonna put another series together and put them two together. I might do some Yu Yu Hakusho. Definitely some Bleach and One Piece. Definitely One Piece. But next, I'm gonna do a video game. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do a video game. It's gonna be Tekken versus Street Fighter. I wanted to do Mortal Kombat, but I don't know. I feel like that Mortal Kombat is such a fucking powerhouse, and I part of me wanted to do Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, since the movies are coming out. The big franchises that came out around the same time. Tekken came around a couple years later. I should just put all three together, right? What do you guys think? All three together? GT had better high stakes than Super. That's why I like shows like Demon Slayer and Hell's Paradise. When gone, you gone. Ain't no coming back, you know? When you gone, you gone. Like Rengoku. Rengoku got cut the fuck down. He is out of there, bro. I was fucking with Rengoku, and then I learned that the powers ain't even real. Like, I was like, all right, fuck this shit. I ain't fucking with it. You know? It says Street Fighter all the way. I'm gonna get into it, bro. I'm gonna get into it. Trust me. I'll probably do a tier type thing situation and add some pictures. That way I'll have it better than I did today. You know, today was just like a test, like kind of like testing it out. I'm gonna still do my versus battle. Shout out to my guy Lava, but I also want to do some of this. Like, I want to do versus, like series versus series. But next, I want to dive into the gaming. I want to do Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken versus each other. So all three going at each other. Or what do you think? Just two on, just keep it 1-on-1 and then we can get something later with some Mortal Kombat. Just let me know. But I'm really all three. You know, all three could be pretty interesting to do, man. So all three of them, that would be probably all three of them could be pretty interesting. See what's going on. And like those are games everyone's played. You experience at least one of the games, so you know. You know, I know people, I don't really play Mortal Kombat, but you have played it. You know about it. You've seen the movie, you've seen the stuff. You know enough. You know, you don't need to be like super traverse and have all the lore. You know what I mean? Just have a little bit of something. But all in all, man, I just lean towards when you look at everything that comes with the show, like story and the premise, I would definitely give that to Naruto. The story of Super is just, you know, it's like filler, right? Filler for Z, or like, I don't know. I don't understand how it works. I forget the timeline. You know? You got one man's adventure trying to be Hokage, trying to be the best ninja. It's his ninja way. Believe it. Versus, hi, I'm Goku. Like, right? Yeah. When it comes to action and pacing, I will say this: the action in Super was okay. I feel like there was more for what it is, because I feel like there's more episodes, I think, of Shippuden than there is Super. The action just feels so rushed and weird when you're watching Super versus Shippuden. Shippuden feels fluent, nice. Like niggas using ocular jutsus, walking around, loose graphics, loose designs. That's what I wanted to get in. But when it comes to action and pacing, I like Naruto's better. I think the action and the pacing is better. When it comes to the art and designs, I like Naruto's art and designs. Super's just feels weird. Like they make Goku super tall now. He's got the longest fucking legs. He's skinny. It's just weird. Like it's just, they don't know how to draw these people. Like they don't know. They draw them weird as hell. Like Piccolo's fat as shit. His arms are always super fat. Like, right? It's like they don't know how to make a Namekian muscular. like they just forgot how to make a Namekian muscular. It's so weird. Like seeing Piccolo in Super, he looks like a fat ass. It's crazy. Like, don't even get me started on how it was drawn. I mean, don't ever pause Naruto. You already know the deal. But just don't ever, it's so bad they got to go back and do retouch-ups. It's that bad. As far as powers and abilities, Hit is the only thing I like. But when it comes to Naruto, they're just way more vast. They expound way more on powers and abilities. There's guys with ice powers. There's guys... I mean, you have that, but not in Super. Nobody really had ice powers in Super. Like that was GT, but not Super. But there was so much in Naruto. So many natures, so many different techniques and abilities. Kekkei Genkai, things that other people cannot do, no matter how much they train or study. They just cannot do. They're not genetically built for that. You know, I feel like the powers and the abilities are far more superior in Naruto, and they expound, and it's more vast. They got way more volume. As far as impact, though, I feel like Naruto is heavily more impactful than Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super's impact is really, you only felt the impact because you're online. That's it. Like if I didn't have an online presence, if I didn't see this shit online, Super to me wouldn't even be that impactful. But Naruto was impactful even without the internet like that. I remember back then watching it like this, going to school fucking with this. Everywhere I go, I'm fucking with Naruto. Everyone's fucking with Naruto. It's great. Like it just felt different. Niggas running like that crazy. Niggas wearing the jackets. Their apparel was sick. Super's apparel is garbage. Like, right? I'm not talking about Z. I'm talking about Super. Okay, I know a lot of people gonna come in here and get the, what are you talking about? Dragon Ball Z was one of the greatest. I'm not talking about Dragon Ball Z. I'm not talking about Dragon Ball. I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super versus Naruto Shippuden. Okay, Shippuden just strikes it all in all the categories. It just far exceeds what, or Naruto far exceeds what Super could do. Nothing. It has absolutely nothing. Said do all three of them? All right, bet. I'll do all three. We'll do all three. I played all three of them. Dragon Ball has lost its identity, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just not interested anymore, bro. I'm really not. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with Xenoverse and I love the game. That's like, it kind of got me diving back into it. The game did, not even the series. That's what's bad about this shit. The series didn't even help me get into Dragon Ball. It was the game. Without Xenoverse, I wouldn't give a fuck about Super. 100%. I wouldn't care at all about Super without Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Super to me is just terrible, bro. I don't consume none of it. I don't even like shitting on it. I just don't consume the stuff. I don't follow people who fuck with it. I don't like it on my feed. I don't even check it out. I don't do none of that, bro. I'm so uninterested. I'm not interested anymore because it's not Z. It will never be Z. Z is over. Z was done in 96. I mean, they try to do Battle of the Gods, but nah, I'm not trash because that's just Super. It's just Super to me. Like, it just looks like Super. Naruto's done. It won't come back, but I hope it does. And they just expound on the shit they can. Previous fights, the Hokages. They could really do some shit instead of messing or fucking around with their time with Boruto. But yeah, that'll be it for me today, guys. Though I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, all right, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully my brother can join because I was trying to get him tonight, but he was tired. He was tired of shit. I'll give him that. Like, he sounded tired, so I don't want to bother him when he sounds tired. But tomorrow should be better. So we'll get some people here on the panel. Go talking, back and forth, see what their opinions. But it'll be about video games tomorrow. If you guys ever play Street Fighter, any Street Fighter, just we're talking about the series in whole. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. Okay, it's gonna be all three versus each other. It's gonna be great. All right, I really appreciate that. Don't hate the player, hate the net code. You understand me? If the views don't match the likes, it's fake love. All right. Remember that. And remember, guys, I do this for fun, not for funds. Okay? I do this for fun, not for funds. Hey, I appreciate it, man. We'll get y'all on, man. Yeah, I should have put the invite for you guys tonight. It just escaped my mind. But yeah, I'll shoot the invite for you guys tomorrow. It'll probably be around the same time, 8 to 9 right here, live here on Effect. We'll have Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter versus Tekken, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I didn't get to do my Friday night fights, so I really want to put this out here. But next week, we got Friday night fights next week. Best believe that. Every Friday, all right? Smacking you in the face every Friday. And this time, I'm going to get the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I really want to fuck with that. There's some other games I want to touch upon. But I appreciate you guys. Shout outs to Sham the God, man. And shout outs to my guy Lava, man. Shout outs to George, all the mods, Asio, Sauce, everybody, all the mods, Breesh, Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And shout outs to the people at the bottom here. Okay. Shout outs. Tavios, man. Hasio again. Gray Leo. Nap. Zajan. Sora. Big Sora, man. Shout outs to my guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Shout outs to KZN as well. Shout outs to all my KZN crew out there, man. HR Bufu as well. Appreciate you guys, man. Play you guys out, and I'm going to get up out of here. Right? We getting older. Enjoyed the stream. All right. Thank you, brother. I thank you. I was just ranting tonight, but you know what I mean? We'll have some visuals for y'all tomorrow. Man. Sauce it up a little bit. Just a little bit. You know? But thank you guys. Thank you. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Music with your mouth biz. Oh, make the music with your mouth biz. Oh, make the music with your mouth.
Excuse me, brother.
Make the music with your.
You late, brother. You late. We'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys. Not now.
Make the music
tomorrow.
With your mouth biz.
I'll be live again tomorrow night. Tekken versus Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter.
Make the music with your mouth biz.
See you later, CJ.
Make the music with your mouth.
Excuse me, brother.
Make the music with your mouth biz.